Today, I want to give you a comprehensive update on SoFi, including some key data points, what's driving its stock movement today, and everything else you need to know. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily Stock Update. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads, and also enter our giveaway. But before that, alert, this is not a financial advice video. Currently, SoFi's stock has risen by 1.57%, pushing the price to 10.54 cents, which marks a new 52-week high. On the low end, it reached $10.19. Right after the market opened, we saw a nice upward push, which I believe was the result of remaining shares being covered from options, something that typically happens at the start of the week. A total of 37.4 million shares have been traded today, which is just slightly under the 45.1 million average. Despite this, a significant amount of trading activity is occurring in the secondary market, and I anticipate this trend will continue, especially in after-hours trading for the remainder of the week. Although there hasn't been any new official news or SEC filings from SoFi, I've been keeping you updated on the upcoming earnings release, which is now just 6 days away. In my last update a few days ago, analysts had raised their expected revenue to $631 million, and today that number has increased again to $633.88 million. This steady rise in expectations is definitely a positive sign. Over the past 90 days, we've seen 10 upward revisions and no downward revisions to the earnings per share EPS, with the average EPS estimate still hovering around 4 cents, though it's closer to 0.48. While there has been some volatility in the market today, there was one piece of news that really caught my attention earlier. A Federal Reserve speaker hinted that depending on economic data, there might not be an interest rate cut during the November 7th meeting. This caused a slight increase in the likelihood of no cut, which now stands at 15%. However, this isn't an overly significant development. The market has been running quite hot lately and likely needs a bit of time to cool off. The Fear and Greed Index, which has been showing extreme greed for a while, has now shifted slightly toward the greed category, but it has stayed in this range for over a month. Now, something bullish that I want to share is the movement of funds into equities. As of last week, $6.56 billion moved out of money markets and into equities. This is a bit unusual, considering that despite the hot market, money has generally been flowing into money markets rather than equities. The shift last week might signal higher highs in the near future, or at least increased optimism toward equities. Additionally, at the time of making this video, 1.35 million shares are being returned by short sellers. In case you aren't familiar, when shorts return shares, it adds buying pressure to the stock, contributing to SoFi's gains today. Currently, 16.06% of SoFi's free float is being shorted, which works out to about 167.95 million shares in total. The average cost to short SoFi is 0.62%, which is fairly manageable. There's been a lot of chatter about SoFi potentially having a significant short squeeze after its earnings report, but I would caution against jumping to conclusions based on speculation. In my opinion, it's better to focus on the fundamentals of the company rather than getting caught up in meme stock status. Speaking of that, SoFi has struggled in the past with being labeled a meme stock. It was once one of the top 5 most heavily discussed meme stocks, according to some algorithms. However, I'd rather invest in companies based on strong fundamentals like SoFi, which has consistently shown triple-digit growth in earnings per share and revenue. So instead of getting distracted by the hype of a short squeeze, it's better to keep an eye on SoFi's overall business performance. Now, moving over to the options market, there's a lot of money flowing into SoFi today through options contracts. There are 14 million call options and $4 million in put options. Of all the options activity around SoFi today, 54% of it is bullish. Historically, SoFi tends to experience a FOMO-driven run-up to earnings, only to see a pullback after the report, regardless of how good the numbers are. Some investors might be betting on a similar pattern playing out this time. But with SoFi currently sitting at 10.35 cents, it's worth noting that it's trading near important levels of support and resistance. To summarize, SoFi's stock has been performing well, with new highs being reached and optimism growing ahead of the earnings report. Although there hasn't been much official news from the company, the increasing revenue estimates and positive sentiment in the options market indicate a bullish outlook. However, keep in mind that stocks like SoFi can be volatile, especially around earnings, so it's important to manage your expectations accordingly. Friends, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about today's video? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.